Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Calendar Meteorite dial. You can see this triple calendar moon phase Meteorite automatic watch in red gold case on our website. Purchase it there and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos. You can also click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during the video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this extraordinary Master Calendar Meteorite in red gold. Now, when I first saw this watch in December of 2015, it broke just before the SIHH trade show. I was shocked on a couple of levels. First, I was taken by the combination of the romantic elements, the moon phase and the meteorite, with the practical elements, the automatic winding, the wearable size, and the triple calendar. But more than that, I was blown away by the fact that for once, when both steel or white metal and colored gold variants were offered, I found myself drawn to the colored gold variant of a watch, for which, again, steel was also offered. And I usually don't like colored gold, but with this family, the two-piece Master Calendar Meteorite tandem, you just have to be drawn to the combination of the punchy anthracite iron patterns of the Meteorite dial in contrast with the smooth glossy gleam of the rich red gold case. It's honestly just more compelling than the steel. This is a watch with real character. This is a watch that's a charmer. 39 millimeters across the round of the case from 9 to 3, that's not including the crown. The watch is reasonably slim, though not ultra thin. It's 10.9 millimeters thick. It does have a little bit of a slope to its conical bezel. It will slide underneath the dress cuff. Don't worry about that. It'll get underneath the suit jacket cuff. It'll get underneath the sleeve beneath that. Now, from lug to lug, you can see 46.8 millimeters. This is where the post-2011 phase-in of more beautifully and finely profiled case geometries really pays dividends. JLC used some fairly brutal lug profiles with broad wrist stances in the 2000s, and I'm happy to say that by the time this watch broke as a 2013 model year case design and a 2016 model year dial design, the dial that you see here came out in 16, it was quite simply refined to the point that a small wrist could wear it easily, and I believe down to 13.5 centimeters circumference you can easily wear this watch. So the Master Calendar that you see here came out as a basic model in 2013. 2015 we got a look at the dial. 2016 was the model year. The watch remains in production, and it remains one of the most compelling JLCs available. It offers the upscale appointment of a full and lightly bolstered dark brown medium rectangular scale semi-gloss alligator leather. It has a monotone stitch, it has a folded edge, it has a supple calfskin on the underside. It features a simple and elegant and traditional red gold pin buckle, so you can adjust it on the fly, and it maintains an elegant low profile on the arm. Normally, high polish can be a little bit overwhelming with colored gold, but because of the discrete proportions of the lugs and the slim profile of the case, as well as the minimalist bezel, it doesn't seem garish, it doesn't seem excessively flamboyant. There's nothing here that screams, "Look at me," beyond the gorgeous contrast of dial and case. It's really the composition rather than one individual element that makes this watch and delivers that punch, that statement, that panache that the watch boasts. The case, again, features sweeter lugs, as you can see just how generously these taper and thin out at the end than you would have seen on a JLC complication in the mid-2000s. The dial is a classic, however. JLC has been offering a calendar watch of some description since at least the late 1930s with the old caliber 412. Well, in the modern era, it's been a variation of moon phase, triple calendar, or both combined on a dial, typically in a round watch, sometimes in a reverso. Here it works beautifully because the symmetry of the dial, the twin apertures for the day and the month at 12, the crescent-style moon phase and small seconds at 6, and the wandering radial date are a beautiful counterpoint to the color of the base. And the base features those characteristic Widmanstatten crystalline iron patterns. It's slightly oxidized and then stabilized to create the look you see here, and also to ensure that it maintains that look over time. The dial base is actually iron. The combination of the applied and polished rose gold tri-arabics and dart-style indices really provides a level of contrast that you might not expect on an artisanal dial. Many mother of pearl, many iron, many enamel, guilloche, stylized dials aren't among the most readable. Here you get the happy combination of symmetry, contrast, and style all with legibility. Now you'll note that the watch does feature a step to the apertures for both the day and the month to ease the transition down from the plane of the dial to the date discs, and I love that. With a high contrast black on white printing, you'll note that the hands at center are Dauphine style. They are faceted to enhance the contrast with the dial base, but they'll have a small amount of luminova. There is a small amount of luminova. At the corners, you will note 12, 3, 6, and 9 dots of luminova and slivers on the minute and hour hand at center. There will be a Lume shot at the end of this video. Now, the movement, like every other part of the watch, is all JLC. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. Perhaps improve the focus a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now you're looking at the JLC manufacturer caliber 866 automatic winding. It has a 40-hour power reserve. The automatic winding system is unidirectional. It features ceramic rotor bearings, the two features enabling the watch to be both efficient in its winding and requiring reduced long-term maintenance, as the ceramic bearings are not lubricated. There's no oil to age. You'll note it does feature a full 22 karat gold winding mass. So in an era when many brands are using 21 karat, 18 karat, or even a base metal such as tungsten, JLC perseveres with 22 karat gold for maximal moment of inertia and winding efficiency. Now you'll note that the movement features a small balance beating away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, so a modern 4 Hz beat rate. And the watch does feature small seconds, so it makes sense that it also features a hacking or stop seconds function. The watch is 50 meters water resistant. JLC often offers more than the standard dress watch 20 to 30 meters. Nevertheless, I would not consider this an aquatic watch, but it's nice to know that you have more capability than you'll ever need in genteel circumstances. The movement's nicely decorated. As you can see, circular Côte de Genève across the rotor and linear Côte de Genève across the bridges. Let me see if I can bring that out there. You can see it well from this vantage point. You'll also note all of the screws are true kiln-fired oxidized blue rather than chemically dyed. It is a nicely made movement, beautifully executed. It features 32 jewels, and I would say God is in the details. Though this is mostly a machine-finished movement, it does include a measure of hand finishing, and if you have a loupe to appreciate it, this watch will reward close scrutiny. Of course, it undergoes the Master 1000 Hours test of chronometry, which is a fully cased-up test that JLC subjects most of its watches to, including water resistance, winding efficiency, shock resistance, and chronometric precision. When it first bowed in 1992, the test was revolutionary, going so far beyond the Swiss COSC that it spawned an entire industry-wide trend toward in-house testing standards that exceeded the COSC. So the watch is mechanically superb, but also the heir to a trendsetter, that original 1992 Master Control, or Master Grand Taille as it was then known. A watch that fires on all cylinders, aesthetically and mechanically, and part of a great tradition hailing from the house of Jaeger-LeCoultre. You can see and you can purchase this Master Calendar Meteorite on our website. Okay, Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Calendar Meteorite. No, it doesn't glow quite as brilliantly as a meteorite entering the atmosphere. Nevertheless, it does offer a little bit of a reference point so that you can read your watch in low or no light, which is a handsome refinement and a useful one for a dress watch. See it and make it yours on our website.